Good morning, everybody. I'm Jane Whitfield, and my husband Mark is the one that's supporting his family by working offshore currently, and we're grateful for that. And I'm grateful that I can finally wear some cute rain boots. So, anyway, this has just been an amazing experience for me personally, and I just feel honored to be part of such a dynamic group. I've made a lot of new friends, and it's good to see some old friends here since we don't usually go to the first service very much. But anyway, I'm going to talk real quick about what we're doing. As you're all aware, our primary goal was to pay off the debt, to free up that money so that we could go ahead and honestly, I think that that's how we were all just thinking, let's just get the debt taken care of so we can do what God is directing our congregation and leading our church to do. So it was very clear from almost immediately that God's plans were bigger than our goal. And we have a visionary goal. The visionary goal is to help us pay off the debt even quicker so we can be better stewards over what we already have, and so that we can follow other ways that God is leading this congregation. It's just been an amazing thing to witness the generosity of this group of people. Generosity flows from gratitude. And I have to think that immediately it was obvious that God's dreams for our congregation were a whole lot bigger than just paying off the debt. And thirdly, it's been an amazing, wonderful thing to follow God's direction. And as part of a group of people that made a commitment early on, I don't want to deny anyone that joy. If you have a good and perfect thing from God in your life, you want to share that. And we hope that this is an awesome thing for us all.
All right. I'm Mark Payton. As we just mentioned, we've got several goals in mind, and to that end, we've been very blessed with this congregation. There's over 375 families that give routinely, and we have been very, very blessed to have 70 of those families already that have made commitments to this campaign. And some of those have been part of this leadership team. Some of those have already been individuals that have voluntarily committed in advance to this great campaign. And again, primary goal, the debt that we owed on that building was $1,566,467, which obviously is a lot of money. And those 70 families have already generously committed to that. And Shana, how much do you think they've given thus far?
I remember praying for at least half, 750.
750, okay. Well, why, you know, it was a debt, right? So we've been set free from the debt, so let's see what happens here. So through the Set Free campaign and through those 70 families that have already generously committed, let's see what happens. Nothing. Get the card out. We have made commitments to the tune of $1,823,000. Let's celebrate that.
I don't know, part of our committee may have already known what that amount was, but I didn't know what that amount was, and I'm very, very happy to see that. The reason that we are that far already is because of the people that have already stepped up. Many of those were ones that you saw stand up earlier, the committee up here. We're all tithers, and we've given above and beyond what we normally give for this commitment. We've asked ourselves, we've been prayerfully considering, Lord, what do you want to do through me? Each of you should have received one of these stickers about a month ago or several weeks ago, and we've been looking at it. We've decided, prayerfully considering what our contributions are. Now we want to give that opportunity to everyone in this congregation, everybody that's a friend of our church. We want you to have that opportunity to feel as blessed as we do, to look at what it is that blesses you and share in this amazing God thing. Because the group that looked at how much we could raise did not have us to that point. at all when the commitment was all done, said and done, and we're well beyond what they thought we could do. So it is definitely a God thing, and we want you to prayerfully consider, Lord, what is it that you want to do through me? Consider prayerfully what you can do to help the Set Free campaign. Remember, as members of this church family, God does not expect us to give equal gifts, but He expects us to do equal sacrifice.
And once you decide what you as a faithful family want to commit to this campaign, you will be receiving one of these commitment cards, these pledge cards in the mail this week, and we want you to bring that back after you've prayerfully considered what you as a family want to contribute. And as we have communion next week, we'll ask you to bring those commitment cards forward to place in a basket. And if you don't happen to be here next Sunday, you can bring these cards by the church office or mail it back to the church office during this week so that we can try to have this all wrapped up as soon as possible. If you have any questions about anything you've seen this morning or about the Set Free campaign, feel free to contact any one of us. We will be across the street at the Family Life Center celebrating this wonderful commitment that has been put before us and feeding our faces since we have lots of food. So don't forget to come across the street and join us for this wonderful event.
One last thing to celebrate, and we're going to celebrate this. This is awesome, okay? We had a debt of $1,566,467. That was what the feasibility campaign did in November. It said, can we as a church do this? Can we do it? And they said, yes, we can. And had we done nothing, to do anything to pay that off, at that point in time today, our debt would be $1,509,000 because we annually give $180,000, okay? But thankfully, we have had so much generosity within this congregation that we have raised commitments to the tune of $1,823,000. And some of those commitments have been 3-year commitments because that's what families felt that they can do, and that was the way that they give the most. We've had some very, very generous donors that have made a one-time commitment. And at this point, some people have already given money. And guess what? That debt right there, $1,566,467 has been reduced to $681,000. How about that? So over $830,000 has already been paid to that debt. God is glorious, and we are so grateful. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.